I'll tell you this, the parties have been doing a great job. This is a big year for Kansas because of the reason I just said. We have primaries, and there are many voters throughout this district who voted for this current administration who are disappointed with the people they've elected. I believe those voters are ready for a change. They are upset with tariffs. They are upset with trade wars. They're upset with the gas prices. They're upset with the war in Iran. They're upset with the US taking orders from Israel. However, they are not upset about these things for the same reasons Democrats are. We have an opportunity to convince Republicans and independents to use their votes differently this year. But to do so, we need the right candidates to emerge from our primaries. In this race, I believe I am that candidate. Professor McRoberts would be a vast improvement over Tracy Mann and would serve our district well. He's an excellent person who has all of our interests at heart. But the primary voters have genuinely tough decisions in all of our races. I believe my motivation, my commitment to service, and my experience in the federal government positions me as the candidate best equipped to invite in the voters we need to convince to make this district more competitive. So I am Lauren Reinhold once again, and I hope to win your vote. Please visit my website at www.laurenforkansas.com. And I have some palm cards and other materials in the back there. I encourage you to stop by, and I'm gonna stay here and talk as long as people want to visit.
Thank you very much, and she's correct. This is an enormously important time for Kansas, and it is largely because we have this energy now in the Democratic Party that we have not seen in decades. This year, this blue wave is a tremendous opportunity for us. It will not win our election by itself. The blue wave that's coming, that we've already seen hit in special elections all over the country, is not a solution. It's an opportunity, and it's a call to build, a call to do the kind of work you're doing here, to hold these meetings, to have people out here, to have these primaries. It's an opportunity for us, but we have to capitalize on it. And we're fortunate to have two excellent candidates, two people who are committed to the success of the district. We've both committed to supporting each other, depending on no matter who wins the primary. And I'm happy that we have that kind of good relationship going into this primary, but that choice does have to get made. And respectfully, I think if you were to poll people in the first district and ask them, what do you most want to see in a candidate for the first district, a candidate for Congress? I want someone who's been a federal employee for a lot of years is probably not going to be on the top 10 list for most voters. What I bring to the table is not the fact that I'm a professor. That's also not something most people in the first district care very much about. What I bring to the table is my experience, particularly in business and in negotiation. I am a deal maker. I've been negotiating for the past year for the faculty at the University of Kansas, where I'm one of the bargainers for the UAKU Faculty Union, the first of its kind at the university. But I've also worked for businesses around the world, like I said, in dozens of countries, advising negotiators in some of the most difficult negotiations globally. And that includes both businesses and NGOs, diplomatic teams, even military teams. That negotiation experience is vital, because what it's taught me is you need to understand the interests people have on both sides of the question, to be able to speak to the independents and even to those bendable Republicans. And what I want to leave you with is simply, don't take my word for it. Never trust a politician, much less a candidate. Look at what's actually happening on the ground. I have endorsements from Governor John Carlin, one of the last really successful Democratic politicians of his generation, and a day when politics were healthier and stronger. That's what I want to see happen, and I want to see build in the first district. And that's what Governor Carlin saw in me. He heard both of us speak at Washington Days and offered us his endorsement unasked. I have endorsements from YouTube influencers and celebrities in Lawrence trying to work on the younger generation. I have endorsements we'll announce soon from some of the candidates up on this board. People have been watching the race, and they see the possibility of inspiring people who are those independents and those Republicans. I even have an endorsement from a prominent Republican legislator, and again, he's asked that I not use his name until after the primary because he doesn't want to take any chances because of how toxic Republican politics can be, but we're working on building that support in all three of those constituencies, Democrats, independents, and even that relatively small but critical number of bendable marginal Republicans. because that's what it takes to win the 1st District. There simply are not enough Democrats to run a Democrat-only primary. But I have an ask of you. I want you to do something for us, for both of us really. I want you to talk to your friends, to your family. I want you to talk to them about the things you care about. Talk about why you're here. Talk about what you're worried about. Talk about what you're concerned about, especially the people who don't agree with you about those concerns. Use your voices. The fact that you're here means that you're a leader, means that people are listening to you. You have a role to play that is more important than the role we are playing in bending those opinions and showing the community what you care about. I want you to check out our social media, follow our website, follow our Facebook page, follow even our TikTok account, because I'm sure you're all young enough to have a TikTok account. And I want more than anything else, just $50,000 or $60,000 from every one of you would make a huge difference. Everything you can do to talk to the people around you and tell them this year matters. This is not politics as usual. This is the chance to actually vote for somebody based on who they are and what they bring to the table instead of parties. This is a chance to make partisanship the enemy instead of a specific politician, and do something that makes the 1st District more competitive going forwards. That's what I want from you. And what I give you in return is a candidate who can capitalize on it, make the most of it, and make the 1st District a truly competitive district for the first time in our lifetimes. Thank you very much for that opportunity.
Thank you all.
Well, thank you.